Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your comments below so I can take a look at them. I do read all the comments. And then let's go ahead and get into it. So we are doing angel number 291. All right, so the first thing that I noticed about this number is that it does come to the number 12. And the number 12 is this energy of you doing what you need to do and spirit backing you up. So spirit pushing you forward through that. But it looks like there are some blockages here in the middle to getting you to that point. So that is what we're going to talk about today. But the main goal is to move you forward into this new position where you can grow and be more of an influence, not only to the people you love, but to yourself, because there is a lot here that needs to be proved. So the first thing I notice here is the 2 is coming up in reverse. So 2 in reverse is a disconnect. It could be a disconnect from spirit, from your spiritual side, from something that is within yourself. I'm thinking about the 2 of Pentacles, which is a card about juggling multiple things. It can also be about debt. Maybe there was some money that you thought was coming in that's no longer coming in, that's going to cause a major change or difference into something that you actually wanted. So something is being delayed here, right? So we have this bear here on top of the 2. I'm getting that song, Bare Necessities. The Bare Necessities. It's doing such a bad job. There we go. I'm like, why is it doing all of that? There we go. So it's a little bear. And he's holding these flowers, or she, or them, they, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever this bear is identifying as. So flowers can definitely represent something that is like special, growth. Flowers can represent like spring. This idea that there was some hard work in the past that brought something to fruition. So the fact that the bear is holding this in their arms makes me feel like you're holding on to something that used to be very beautiful, but it's kind of like tearing you apart. So I get this idea that, if this was like a million balloons or something, it would kind of like lift you away. So I get that holding on to some kind of love is tearing you away from something that you have always wanted. So you can't have them both. Like, you have to make a decision, and Spirit really wants you to release some things from the past. All right, so then we have the 9 coming up. So the 9 definitely represents endings, and it also represents like humanitarian efforts, giving back, loving people you don't know, creating an environment that is conducive to growth, regardless of if it's growing people you love or if it's growing strangers, because not only people need love and affection and growth. So that's what I am getting here. I also get a heavy sexual energy. So I want you to be careful. Think with your big brain. You know what I'm saying? Not your hormones. And try to stay on track as much as possible. There is a lot of temptation out there. There's nothing wrong with having like sex. There's nothing wrong with enjoying an intimate relationship. And just be careful how you do it and who you do it with. Period. So then we have the 1 over here coming out with the key. So this new energy that you have, and I get something like opening up, taking a new turn. I get like turntables. You guys are learning how to communicate in a different way through your art, through some kind of performance, through something that you have worked hard for in the past. So there are some hurdles that you have to come over before you get to this point, but Spirit is definitely putting you in the position to come up. You just have to let some things from the past go and make sure you're not allowing sex and intimacy to distract you from your main goal. All right. And guys, I'm all about relationships. So for me to read that message to you, you guys must really get caught up in your emotions with other people to the point where you allow them to manipulate you to make changes in your life that you shouldn't be making. There's an issue with boundaries here. So make sure you guys are setting up the appropriate boundaries. I can't tell you what your boundaries should be. Nobody can. But when you're in a position and things make you feel uncomfortable, like you feel like somebody's taking advantage of you, you feel like you're not being appreciated, something like that, especially when it comes to being with the intimate partner or being in any type of intimate relationship, even if it isn't sexual, you do have to remove yourself from the situation. All right, so we got 7 of Cups coming to a 9. So far we got 2 9s on the board. 7 of Cups is this energy of really not knowing what to choose and where to go. It's like there are so many options and so many ways you can go and you can move. You kind of have like many possibilities. Right, so this is kind of where this 2 stands. I don't know where you guys are in the process. This could be the past. This could be what you're walking into. You could be right here at this 9, or you can be over here at this 1. But I have the 7 of Cups here, and this is too much into compassion, too much into love. You guys have to address the rational side of you. Too many things are up in the air, and it needs to stop. You have to put your foot down. You have to make stable boundaries. There is something that it feels like someone is halfway committed to you. And again, this doesn't have to really be like a intimate romantic partner. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but it does feel like it's somebody that you care about very deeply. And what they're doing right now, and they may not be doing it intentionally. I'm not saying that this person has any type of ill will towards you, but when you don't set up healthy boundaries, people will take, and pull from you. And that's what's going on now. So now you've come to the point where you have to choose between yourself and somebody else. And it's like, what kind of decision is that to make? And I'm going to tell you, you better choose yourself every time. Like I always say, you can't keep anybody else from being homeless when your rent is late and you don't know how you're going to pay it. You can't help somebody else with their rent. You need to take care of your own. All right. And then you do all of this and you make all these sacrifices for people. And when they don't return the favor, it turns to resentment. Now you don't like them. Now you don't care about them now. You know, they're a user, they're an abuser, there's a manipulator. Well, in this case, no, you didn't set up healthy boundaries. This person actually believed that you like doing these things for them. And now you've built up this resentment and they don't even know. So make sure that you're careful with the energy that you put out there, because there is one thing that is very, very important. Spirit is going to give you what you continuously say and behave like you need, right? So if you continuously give more of yourself than you can afford, Spirit is going to allow you to drain yourself. So you get to that rock bottom and you're like, damn, enough is enough. And Spirit's like, psh, because you're not going to tell me they didn't send you these warnings. You're watching this video, so they clearly have warned you about this in the past. And there has been a lot of brushing it off. Oh, I love this person, making a lot of excuses when they will understand the word no. And if they didn't, that's really not your problem. Okay, so we got the Ace of Swords coming to a 9. So the Ace of Swords in reverse represents kind of like some really lying treachery just not being honest, being like, there's a lot. I'm getting the word misconception. Like, I feel like you have this relationship misconstrued. Like, you don't really know what it's about. And instead of you just hunkering down, asking the questions that you need to ask, you are allowing someone to basically get away with murder. Like, they're getting away with so much just because you're like, oh, I'm in this and I let them do it before, so I'm gonna let them do it again. I can't be a hypocrite. I can't change now. Like, yeah, you absolutely can. You can do whatever you want to do. And don't ever let nobody tell you that you can't. You absolutely can. Now, if you're scared of losing this person for creating boundaries around yourself, then you need to look at why you feel like having a relationship with somebody who won't respect your boundaries is more important than creating boundaries that protect your mental and your emotional well-being. That is something that you are going to need to get into for yourself. So we have this Eight of Swords coming to a 9. So we have two nines here, and then we have a 10 in the middle. So that is I mean, I like that. So let's talk about the Eight of Swords. Yeah, Eight of Swords is this idea of being trapped, right? Um, back, it's probably like a decade ago, man. That was a long time ago. But there was this post that I saw on Tumblr, and it said that you are a victim of the rules that you live by. Like, you create these rules for yourself, and then you're like, okay, I gotta follow them, I gotta follow them, and then it's kind of like you're trapped there. You're trapped within all of these obligations you're made. You're trapped within all of these promises you made to people that you no longer want to keep. And I am all here for keeping your word, but the issue with it is that if you have promised something to somebody that you know you can't do, then you need to be real with them. You don't destroy yourself trying to keep a promise. So we're going to just take a quick deeper look at what's going on here. And then I think I'm going to pull some tarot cards too. Okay, let's see. Ooh. We got an 8 with the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom. That is the Coffin card. We have Courtship. I'm telling y'all, be careful with the sex, man. It's a lot of magic that goes on in sex. It's a lot. So I just want you guys to be aware of what is going on here. So we have false person coming out. We actually have Coffin and Death coming out. So it's like the same card twice. We got this 10 here. We got a 10 here. 8 and 8 and 8. So we got a bunch of 8s. There's a lot of karmic energy, karma going around right now. I feel like here, this ace is taken away, right? So this might be the energy of 8, like a negative 8 instead of 10. It really feels like we are putting our willpower and our standards to the side for some type of relationship. And again, it could be romantic, and I know it says courtship there, but it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could just be a friendship. It could be your family you're dealing with. It could be a number of things. We relate to people in so many different facets and ways of life. So I just don't want to get that confused. So there's a lot of endings here. This right here, this false person, this is a piece of yourself that you're bringing an ending to, right? I tell my husband all the time, y'all, because I'm on an early schedule. And I'm just like, it's time for me to stop pretending and being somebody I'm not, because I really need a later schedule, because I really don't like getting up early in the morning. But for you guys, this is something much deeper than having an early schedule. You guys are really doing something that goes against every fiber in your being, that like it is breaking you inside, and it's not going to change. It's not going to get better. So we're going to have some final advice for you guys seeing this 291. We got the 7 of discs. It's a perseverance. So we got another 7 falling on this 2. Ooh, goodness. All right, so we're going to take that one. We're going to take control with the King of Cups. And I really do feel like this is an emotional thing. Again, guys, learn how to love yourself, right? Because what's happening is you guys are moving to a place where you are getting control of your emotions. And not only getting control of them, but learning how to understand them better. And also learning how your emotions affects you as well as other people. This is something that you have worked hard for, and it may not be something you knew you were working toward, but it's definitely up there on the list of things that you just needed to do with your life. So there's going to be a lot of opening up here. You guys see we have these double ones over here. I do feel an encouragement from Spirit to help you be a better person, to help you be a better you, to unlock the doors within yourself, to release who you feel like you should be and be introduced to who you really are, and open up like that. So that's all I have for this number 291. Y'all make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you share this video with all your friends, okay? And then I'll see you guys next time. Bye.